Hello everybody, this is Fox coming to you, and I wanted to give a small guide for some of the people on my server that might be just starting out to Ark or might just be getting new to Ark in general. And today is all about farming, how to improve your farming game. And as you can see in the back, we have the Quetzal, but I'm not going to actually talk too much about the Quetzal because the Quetzal is something you get much later. To get a platform saddle on a Quetzal, you have to be very high level, so I'm going to be talking about some other creatures that don't require you to be that high a level to improve your farming game. So the three creatures, we have four of creatures, but we only need three different species. So I want to talk about the Ankylosaur, the Doedicurus, and the beaver. Now, let's start with the beaver. The beaver, I have been leveling up quite a bit, so we use them quite heavily. These beavers, all of three of these species, they all have max carry weight. I put every point I could into carry weight for them because I want them to literally carry as much as possible. The Ankylo is going to be who we use to farm metal. The Doedicurus is who we use to farm stone. And the beavers are who we will use to farm wood and carry most everything else. The beavers have carry weight reduction on lots of stuff, whereas the Ankylo only has carry weight reduction on metal, and the Doedicurus only has carry weight reduction on stone, right? Alright, so we have lots of resources around us, so let's get started. I started by just having them follow me. I'm going to leave my Quetzal behind because that's not who we want right now. So we're going to start with wood. Let's get some trees. We got some trees right here. And as you can see, these guys gather berries and lots of other things, but again, the main focus is wood. So we get to a rock, right? So we hop off him, and we hop on the Doedicurus since it's not a metal node. And again, I would actually recommend having these guys on at least medium follow distance, maybe even high. So we'll hit the next rock. Come over here. Boom, rock. Rock. And as you can see, I already have 1,300. If I was to put this in my inventory, that stone weighs 250. When I put it in the Doedicurus' inventory, it only weighs 62. That is a tremendous difference, okay? So then it's the same thing for our beaver. 125 on the wood instead of 250. It's half weight. The thatch weighs less. Everything in this guy's inventory is going to weigh less. Now again, we have a stacking mod. The stacking mod does reduce the base weight, but again, within this, that's what we're working on. So I'm going to go ahead and show, we have a couple more here. Another stone node. And another stone node. Oh, a little too far. Oh, I don't know if we can farm that. Nope, we can't. Alright, and then we have some metal nodes right behind us. Now, most of these creatures are actually not too bad on the movement speed, except for the Ankylosaur. But once you have a bred Ankylosaur, they naturally will get some increased movement speed just from the increased breeding stats. Now, you'll see that the Ankylo is getting loaded up really fast. It's like, oh wow, his carry weight is going up really quickly. Why is that? It's because we're getting a lot of stone as well. So what we're going to do is take the stone off the Ankylo. As you can see, the metal weight is way less. And who are we going to give it to? The Doedicurus. Look, when I'm not riding that Doedicurus, look at how little his weight is. We have 2,500 stone, and he's only 200 pounds. I'm the thing that's heavy on him. So then again, we can just run around and have them follow us because, again, I personally weigh 400 pounds. So they're not going to be able to carry me forever. But that's fine. We just get them next to the thing we want to farm. Nibble, nibble, bam. Done deal. Get them next to this metal node. Come on, guys. Get next to the metal node. Perfect. They're there. We kind of get around and start swinging tail. Okay. So this is the introductory guide of how do you start farming effectively. How do you start maximizing your time to resource gathering is these dinosaurs. Now, there's another method you can do. I think these guys get a carry weight reduction on Crystal. Let's find out. They do not. So Crystal's one that they don't. Now, I'm going to show you the Fox trade secret. Okay? Now, I mean, let's see. How long have we... I can't see how long we've been recording for, but we haven't been recording for very long. We have been doing this for very long. And as you can see, we already have a lot of wood. We already have crystal. I mean, and you know, we already have a good sum of metal. Okay, and that's just from a couple of things. But the reason why we have the Quetzal here, you want to ask, how does Fox farm? How do you farm, Fox? What do you do to maximize your farming speed? And I'm about to show you. So you see this is a very simple platform you can make on a Quetzal. And again, this is late game, but you know, this is how you get good. I'm showing you our secrets right now. Fox Clan secrets. So what we do is we take our animals and we position them in different spots on our Quetzal. One here. Now the most common method I do for this is for metal. I don't really do this too much for stone and wood, just because, you know, it's not really necessary. But I'm still going to demonstrate it here. So for these guys, we actually, because the trees are tall, they can bite the trees from those platforms right there. But the stone, we need them on the ramp. Same for the metal. Go ahead and up carry. So actually, so for the Quetzal method, you want to be upping, melee damage, not carry weight, because your Quetzal is what has the carry weight. As you can see, we have 6,000 carry weight, and we have a bunch of other stuff. Obviously I was doing some building, and I didn't clean out my Quetzal before I did this, but that's okay. Alright. So that's a little trick. If you lose your dino, you can just kind of scoop them up with the ramp, hit once, and they'll be on. Alright, so let's farm some metal. Well, we can get some trees along the way. So get our beaver close. Boom. Hop off. Back on the Quetz. Oh, I went a little too far. Now what do I do? Good thing we just have the Quetz follow us. It'll get a little lower. Whoops. And now we're good. Okay? So, let's fly straight up. And we're going to go to some metal nodes. The reason why I have the Ankylo and the Doedicurus on here backwards, another fun thing about the Doedicurus, I'll show you once we get to a rock. They will actually farm all on their own if it's a stone node. So again, we just start swinging tail, and the carry weight reduction still applies to the Ankylosaur, so the Quetzal is carrying a reduced weight creature, and so the Quetzal, it's like the Quetzal has reduced weight because it has all these reduced weight dinos on it. So that's how I farm. I don't need to show a huge method. And then as you see, if we get close enough to this rock, the Doedicurus, we'll go ahead and farm it all on its own. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, we lost a beaver. That's okay. Really simple solution. We find an empty area that's easy for us to take off and get going again. We move our Ankylosaur up so we can get our beaver back on. Right there. And as you can hear, the Doedicurus decided, oh shoot, we done fucked up, guys, because the Quetzal was still following us, so now everything is with us. But no, regardless, that's pretty much going to show the main things that I wanted to show. You're going to see that is the most effective way to farm, especially for metal. When you're talking about metal farming, the best way is to have an Ankylosaur that has as much melee damage as possible. You don't care about weight. You want melee damage because your weight is your Quetzal. It will sit on your ramp and it will farm. But if you don't have a Quetzal, which is, you know, something you might not have right away, which is totally fine. You don't have to have a Quetzal when you first start the game. Then you just want to go wait on your creatures. Have them follow you around, and you can gather with them. You know, think of, you know, this is your pick, your Doedicurus is your hatchet, and your beavers are for wood. So, hope this was helpful. Just a quick little video. I know it's probably long-winded. I apologize. I'm not the best video maker, but hey, hope this helps. See you next time.